Light up your next event with this link balloon column that's lit with LEDs. The vertical structure of the column is made up of 12-inch link balloons. In addition to the nozzle, it has a tail on the opposite side, which allows us to tie these balloons end to end in long strings. Inflate 2 link balloons at the same time, and then using a sizer box, size them down to 9 inches in diameter. Press your balloon against the 9-inch hole and slowly let air out until it just fits through. Once both balloons are sized to 9 inches in diameter, tie them into a pair by wrapping the nozzles around twice and tying them in a knot. Repeat this step to make 4 of these pairs. Then take 2 of the pairs and tie the tail of one pair to the tail end of the other pair. This will start our string of balloons. Now we need to take another pair and tie the tail end of that new pair to the tail end of this string. Tie on that 4th pair in the same way so that you have 8 link balloons all tied end to end in a string of 8. To that last tail, we're going to attach a 5-inch balloon that's inflated to 3.5 inches in diameter. I'm using an electric timer pump set to 0.7 seconds to get to that size, but you could also use a hand pump. Then you're going to take the nozzle of that 3.5-inch balloon and tie it to the tail end of that last link balloon. Then flip your string over and tie another 3.5-inch balloon to the tail end on the other end of your string. Repeat all the steps so far until you have 6 strings. Now I'm going to take my 6-inch link balloon and inflate it to 5.5 inches in diameter using my electric timer pump, which is set to 2.9 seconds. I'm going to inflate 2 of these link balloons and then tie them into a pair just like we did the larger link balloons. Make 3 pairs of these 5.5-inch link balloons and join them end to end into a string of 6 balloons. Then we're going to turn this string of 6 balloons into a ring. So take the first and the last tail of your string and tie them together in a knot, creating a ring. Repeat these steps until you have 9 rings of 6 link balloons. Now we can start assembling our column. Take a ring and at the knot between 2 link balloons, that's where we're going to join our ring to our string of balloons. Set the knot between the 3.5-inch balloon and 9-inch link balloon on top of the knot of the ring, and then take that 3.5-inch balloon and wrap it through the center of the ring all the way around back to the outside edge, and that will secure our string to the ring. Rotate the ring to the next available knot and set the second link balloon string on top of that ring just like we did the first, wrapping that 3.5-inch balloon through the center, underneath, and then back onto the outside of the ring. Repeat this process until all 6 of the strings are attached to the first ring. At this point, the balloon design will feel like a wily octopus, but hang in there. As we continue to add more rings, the structure will emerge. This first ring may look a little oblong, and that's okay. As we add more rings, it will round out. The important thing is that all of those 3.5-inch balloons are sitting on the outside edge of the ring. From one of those 3.5-inch balloons, you're going to count down 1 9-inch link balloon and hold on to the knot after that link balloon. Then you're going to slip a ring underneath this knot so that one knot from the ring is touching one knot of that string. Then we're going to join these 2 together with some 5-inch balloon pairs that I inflated to 3.5 inches in diameter. Slip one of the balloons of that pair under the knot of both the ring and the string, bring it back up onto the outside edge of the column, and then twist the 2 3.5-inch balloons around each other, capturing the nozzles of the string and the ring together between them, securing the 2 pieces together. From that joint, rotate the design 1 link balloon of the ring and join that knot to the knot of the next string. There should only ever be 1 link balloon between joints, 1 from the ring and 1 down from the string. We don't want to cross up our strings as we'll have to untie any joints that are mixed up, so take your time and make sure you're grabbing the correct link balloon knot that you should join together. As you finish each joint, arrange the 3.5-inch balloons so that they're both sitting on the outside edge of the column and they're both in line with the ring of link balloons. This will give us a consistent look all the way down the column and add to the rigidity of those larger 9-inch link balloons. If you'd like some additional help building this column, I have a set of written plans available linked in the description box below. These include full color illustrations, step-by-step instructions, as well as a complete supply list. You can find the plans as well as other resources linked in the description box below. I'm going to continue working my way down the column, adding the rings to the strings. I found it helpful to work 1 ring at a time, so I would add 1 ring and make sure I attached each string to that ring before I added the next ring moving down the strings. Now you'll see me assemble this on a table, and I did that so you can see very clearly what I'm doing. I would actually recommend assembling this on the floor because the long ends of the strings were falling off the end of the table and kind of getting caught as I'm rotating this around, and I think it would be much easier to just lay it all flat on the floor. The column I'm building today is really tall and narrow, but you can totally adjust the height and the diameter of this column by simply changing up the number of link balloons you're using. If you want to make a wider column, you need to add more link balloons to the ring. I used 6, but you could easily add 8 or 10. Now, if you want to make it taller or shorter, you need to adjust the number of 9-inch link balloons you tie end to end in strings. Once I get to the bottom of my column, that final ring will be attached in the same way we attached the first ring. Press each of those 3.5-inch balloons through the center of the ring and then back out onto the outside edge. Now this column is too narrow to freestand with weights attached to the bottom, so I'm using a backdrop stand which I'll attach to the inside edge of my column. I've already set the length of my vertical pole to be just a few inches shorter than the total height of my column, that way you can't see it peeking out the top of the design. I'll also use the pole as a structure to support my LED lights. I'm using Govee smart lights, and I'm going to run these both up and back down this pole on opposite sides to give my column a beautiful glow all the way to the top. You could also use colored spotlights placed at the base of the column to make it glow as well. My LED lights only have lights on one side and the other side is an adhesive backing, so I want to make sure my lights are pointing outwards and that adhesive side is facing in towards the pole. Then I'm going to secure the lights to my pole in a couple places using black gaff tape, trying to avoid covering any of those lights. Because this pole is going to be against one side of the column, there will be a brighter side, and I'm just going to have that be towards the back of my design. This will be perfect for a stage setup, but if you have people walking all the way around your design, you may want to use colored spotlights instead. With the column laying flat on the ground, I'm going to insert that backdrop pole and then attach it to one side of the column using some empty 260 balloons. I've nestled the pole between 2 link balloons of each ring, and then I'm going to secure it with that 260 balloon by wrapping the 260 around the outside of the column, making sure it's touching some of the knots of that column, and then around the pole on the inside and simply securing it with a double knot. I did this in 3 different locations up the column, and then I'm ready to stand up my column and attach the backdrop pole into its base. I'm going to arrange the column so that hot side is on the back, and then I'm going to hide away all of the extra cords and lights, taping down any of these so A, we hide away any extra light, and B, it's not a tripping hazard. Once the column is in place and all of that's tidied away, the only thing left to do is turn off the lights and play with the color settings. This column is the perfect addition to galas or award ceremonies, anywhere where the lighting is slightly dim so that the glow can really shine. If you enjoyed this project, you should check out this one where I made an organic garland that also lights up. So until the next time, remember, stay creative, everybody.